JD Bradley, and I've had a hell of a life that's given me unique perspective and crazy stories that I share here. Fort Drum episode number 3, the hardest I've laughed in my life. As I mentioned in the last 2 episodes, I got out of the Army 6 months early, which was fucking awesome because it would have been 6 more months of fucking bullshit. But anyway, one of the things you have to do when you get out of the Army is you have to turn in all of your equipment and everything, and it takes a while. It's a big process to get off from active duty. And so our TA-50, that's the gear you take to the field. At one point, I had to turn that stuff in. And a friend of mine was also getting out the same way that I got out. He had a Jeep, and I didn't even have a vehicle because that's something that happened to my vehicle. But we were going to clear together and get out of the Army. So we load up our TA-50, and we're leaving the barracks. And we're pretty much beyond the reach of the chain of command. They can't really tell us too much. I mean, unless we're to do something stupid like hit an NCO, then we'd be fucked. But anyway, we pull out, and we're going to go inventory our TA-50 and get it turned in. And we're driving by the parade field. I never understood why they called it a parade field, because I never saw any parades on the damn thing. It was a great big field. Anyway, and the first sergeant had all these guys out there in knee-deep snow, waist-deep snow, doing guerrilla drills. I don't know if you know what guerrilla drills are, but like basically they'd have to jump down and do push-ups with their face hitting the snow and get up and do jumping jacks, whatever he called. That's what they were doing, and this is the kind of ignorant bullshit I've been subjected to right up until that point. So we're driving past, and my buddy slows his Jeep down, and we're like both looking like it's an incredibly relieved feeling that we're never going to do that shit again. So he starts honking, beep, 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 and we're pointing and we're laughing, and we keep driving around in circles around this parade field while they're doing this. Just beep, 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 beep. And we're laughing and laughing. I can't explain how ecstatically happy I was to know I was never going to do that shit again. So anyway, we go and we turned in our TA-50, and that took hours. But I mean, there's a lot more to do to get out of the Army than that. It's like they give you 30 days to get all this stuff done. But anyway, at the end of the day, we got back, and somebody had said the first sergeant sent for us. So we'll go to his office, and he's like, "Okay, you two jokers do any crap like that again, and I'll stop your order so you didn't get out of the Army." And I said, "First sergeant, you know as well as I do you're full of shit. You don't have the kind of authority to make us stay in the Army when I have orders to get out. You're trying to bluff us. And you know what? It's not going to work." He's like, "You better not do that again." I can't remember what we had to do the next day, but we had to do something in preparation of getting out of the Army. And so we drive by the parade field, and I couldn't believe it. The schmuck had these dudes out there again doing guerrilla drills in the snow and the parade field. So what could we do? We had to drive around, honk, beep, 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 and point and laugh. And just we kept doing that for about, I guess about 20 minutes or so. And they're like, we better take out. We've got something else to do. And the novelty kind of wore off, but it was still very rewarding to be able to do. And so we get back, and the first sergeant sent for us again. He's like, "You guys better quit that." And I was like, "There's nothing you can do about it. I understand you had the power of God over me when I was on active duty, but I'm still on active duty. But you can't tell me to not point and laugh, and you can't tell my buddy not honk the horn of his own private vehicle. You don't have that kind of authority." I said, "You know what?" I said, "Be out there again tomorrow and see what happens." And my buddy laughed. And so we left there, and we went out drinking. Pretty much we're drinking, partying every night till we got out of the Army, because we partied a lot anyway back then. So anyway, day 3 shows up, and we went to eat, and we get done, and I can't remember the guy's name now, because I said Fort Drum just didn't mean that much for me. He's a cool guy, though. But anyway, he's like, "You want to drive by the parade field again?" And I laugh at these guys and honk and point and wave, and I was like, it's as if you can read my mind, man. So we get in his Jeep, and we drove by, but they weren't there. He'd taken them on like a real far run. I think they did like an 8-mile run or something that day in the brutal cold. But anyway, that was the hardest I've ever laughed in my life. I will never laugh that hard again. I'm just sure of it, but I'm glad I got to experience it. And that's that story. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, please share on social media, and feel free to check out my website, jdbradley.com, and perhaps sign up for the rare time I send out a notice about something. I will never sell your email address or anything like that. And of course, I have books on Amazon. Thank you very much for listening, and everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.